What's going on, guys? You got the crazy dog back for another video, and this is going to be my first Browns only mock draft of the year. There will be a few other ones, not as many as full first rounders, but they're not going to be as frequent. Like I'll have one now, I'll have one after the season, you know. Then I have one before the combine, and then I'll have one before the draft. So there's only going to be like 4 Browns only mock drafts. So, of course, I did this on fanspeak.com. Pretty awesome site. You can choose your team and pretty much go through the drafting for your team. And I decided I'm gonna base my first mock draft off of that one. I might do it somehow different way for my next one, or I might just do them all on Fanspeak. I don't know. This is a good website, though. I'll tell you that. But anyways, let's get ready to the mock draft. First overall pick goes to the Browns, obviously. But the way it's looking, we could go 0-16, which honestly pisses me off. But hey, it'll get us the number 1 pick. And all I gotta say is next year, it better not be this bad. And by the way, I don't know if you guys heard, the Browns are playing the Vikings in London next year, either week 7 or week 8. And that should be interesting. It's going to be a home game, so we're just going to lose a home game. No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Team better be good. That's all I got to say. Because I don't want the Brits to be offended by the crap that they're probably going to see on the field. Oh, God. But anyways, with the first overall selection, the Cleveland Browns select Myles Garrett. No brainer. Dude's a monster. I've seen a lot of highlights of this dude. He demands attention from opposing offensive coordinators. I was a quarterback and I was going against this dude, I would be scared. I would be worried that he would just blow right past the tackle and, just blow right on through and just want to rip my face off. But I think he would fit really well in Cleveland because Ray Horton's system, he loves to blitz. He loves blitzing. And when you get a guy like Myles Garrett who will demand maybe double teams or even triple teams, that will open up holes for your linebackers and other linemen to swift on through. To sift on through the line and just munch on that quarterback. Myles Garrett is that kind of player. He demands attention. You can't overlook him. He will destroy you. And we need someone like that on this team. Right now, our pass rush is being generated from Emmanuel Ogbah and Carl Nassib, who, honestly, Nassib is still blooming. He's still blossoming. He's getting better every week. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's looked a lot better these last few weeks. The beginning of the year, he wasn't really being that effective, but now he's getting the hang of it. He's actually up for Pepsi Rookie of the Week this week. Yeah, it's nice, little notoriety for the rookie. But yeah, Myles Garrett will definitely help this defensive line out, this front 7 as a whole. Oh my God, dude, I can just see it now. But the question is, will the Browns be smart enough to make the pick? We know the history of the Browns and draft picks. Browns and drafting don't really go good together. It's like water and oil. They don't mix. The Browns never do good at drafting. Last year was our best draft in a very long time. Maybe since we drafted Joe Thomas or Joe Hayden. One of those 2 drafts. We haven't had that many good drafts. Last year was a pretty good one. Definitely the best we've had in a while. I'll tell you that. You could tell how good of a draft it was because, it was the first draft that we had post Ray Farmer. We drafted mainly a lot of receivers, which we needed. And that's the main reason why it was so good. Because we addressed a position of need. But yeah, Myles Garrett will definitely fill a big hole, you know. And then if we get Desmond Bryant back, you got Garrett and Bryant on each side of the, just attacking quarterbacks. It's pretty good, especially since Desmond Bryant was our pass rush last year. He got hurt this year, not playing. Hurt his pectoral muscle. He tore his pec working out over the offseason. Sad. Okay, so 10th selection in the first round. The Browns will select Mitch Trubisky, quarterback. Another pretty good pick. Honestly, if we don't go Mitch here, I would say we go Jamal Adams or Marlon Humphrey, because we need cornerback help, but we also need a quarterback. I mean, we'll probably go on with RG3 as starter next year. We need a reliable backup. Do I really expect Mitch to play? No. Not next year. Maybe the year after, but not next year. Of course, anything can happen. I thought going into this year, Cody Kessler was not going to play, and as it turns out, the dude played way more than I expected, and he's already gotten 2 concussions. Of course, it's mainly because of the offensive line. A lot of shuffling on that offensive line. That's not good. No. All right, so second round, we have 2 picks. The first one, pick 33. I have the Browns selecting Adoree Jackson out of USC. I believe this is the dude that does backflips, which is pretty sweet. Kind of get the crowd interested a little bit. Got a corner who can do backflips. Maybe he can get an interception while doing a backflip. Okay, if he can do that, that's pretty sick, but I don't think that'll happen. Just for fun, they should try that. Like during warm-ups, they should just try catching a ball or doing a backflip. Try and do that, Odell. No. But I mean, Adoree Jackson, he's a good corner. Pair him up with Joe Hayden. And then when Joe eventually retires, you can put Adoree on Joe Hayden's side. Where Joe was. Or, if he's doing as good as I think he can do, maybe you could move Joe into the slot. Oh no, why would you ever move Joe into the slot? I mean, honestly, I would put Adoree Jackson where Tramon Williams is and get Tramon out of here because he's a bum. I mean, make our our secondary, our cornerback position, make Jamar Taylor, Adoree Jackson, Joe Hayden, and whoever else we bring in. Maybe if we bring in 1 or 2 guys from free agency, we can have those guys be our cornerbacks next year. Because I tell you one thing, we need a corner to cover like slot receivers. I think Adoree would be a good selection there. Now with our second round pick, 49th overall, the Browns select Ethan Pocic, center out of LSU. Now, if you're a Browns fan, I know you're tired of watching Cameron Erving get exposed week in and week out, getting our quarterbacks mauled. It's sad, the dude literally cannot stop himself from getting embarrassed. I mean, against the Bengals, he actually had a pretty good game. Wasn't embarrassed too much, but he did get embarrassed a few times. Not as bad as previous weeks, though. Oh, my God. But we need a new center, man. Ethan Pocic would definitely fit the bill. He's a good lineman. Again, I don't really see these guys too much because living in Ohio, you don't really watch them. Because, you're either watching Ohio State or, another game and never really see them too much. But I think, if LSU's in a bowl game, I'm gonna be focusing on Ethan Pocic a lot more, or maybe watching some highlights if there's any of him, seeing how this dude does as a center, because we need a center, and I think Ethan would be one of the best options, either him or Pat Elflein from Ohio State. Now in the third round, we got 1 selection. We had I think 2, but we gave 1 to the Patriots. And with that selection, we select Jake Butt, tight end out of Michigan. course, a guy with the last name of Butt going to the Browns. It fits pretty well. It fits. Butt in the Browns. That's going to have a lot of jokes with it. It's Jake Butt. He's on the Browns. But yeah, we need a tight end. Jake Butt. Jake Butt. I'm going to keep saying his name. Jake Butt. Okay, enough. He would most likely challenge Randall Telfair for the number 2 tight end. He probably will not be our number 1 because that's Gary Barnidge. Barnidge and Butt. Okay, I'm done. That's enough. But yeah, Jake Butt. I keep laughing every time I say his name. But. Sorry, guys. I'm done. I'm being immature. Anyways, I would like if we got a tight end, especially one like Jake. He would probably be our number 2 tight end. He's definitely gonna challenge Randall Telfair and Seth DeValve. And hey, it wouldn't hurt to have 4 tight ends on the team. I'd like to pick up. I would love it. Now with the 4th round selection, one of 2 selections, we get Corey Clement out of Wisconsin, running back. This is mainly going to be a depth pick because, Isaiah Crowell, who knows if he stays, with his whole Instagram dilemma, him posting that picture. I mean, he's been a pretty good running back. I mean, he just hasn't shown up since week 4. Bruh. Mainly because of the offensive line, and he finally showed up against the Bengals going for 115 yards, which is nice to see. Let's just see if he can keep it up. If he can keep this up going into the end of the year, I may just rethink about us getting Corey Clement. And that could change my pick there. But for now, I'm going to say we get Corey Clement or a running back like a Kareem Hunt. He would also work there too. And imagine that. Mitch Trubisky and Kareem Hunt on the same team. Now, if you are an Ohio native, especially around Lake County, Menor, Willoughby South, around, Willoughby, Eastlake, around there. Of course, Kareem Hunt went to Willoughby South High School, and Trubisky went to Menor. Might as well call it the Lake County Trio. I mean, duo. What am I saying, trio? Duo. Come on. Unless there's someone else who's in the draft that I don't know about from that area. But yeah, Corey Clement would be a great depth pick, as would a lot of these guys that I have us getting in the later rounds. With the second pick in the 4th round, I have the Browns selecting Monte Nicholson out of Michigan, safety. Well, Crazy Dog, you're a Buckeye fan, but you have him getting 2 Michigan guys. What's up with that? I don't care where they come from, as long as they're good. Monte, I haven't really seen too much of him. Of course, I don't even know if he played against Ohio State. If he did, he didn't play that well. I mean, of course, J.T. Barrett didn't really throw the ball deep to really challenge him. But he looks good. I've seen some tape on him. He looks good from what I've seen, which isn't really much. Again, he'd be a mere depth selection behind Kindred, Ed Reynolds, Ibrahim Campbell, Tracy Howard, those guys. But you never know with injuries these days. 5th round, we select John Heck out of North Carolina, tackle. A lot of times if you get a quarterback, you always want to get a lineman who worked with him, who knows his style, who knows, maybe his snap counts or something like that, knows him a little bit. But again, he's these last 4 selections are mere depth. No guarantee they will even make the team. So, yeah. John Heck would definitely help out. Because with the injury bug biting our offensive line the past few years, we've had a rash of Lisfranc, foot injuries or foot sprains. So, having a guy like John Heck, he'd be a pretty good, safety, you know, bubble thing. He'd be a safety pick. Depth, depth. Next selection in the 5th round, we have 3 5th-round selections. Second of the 3, guard out of Utah, Isaac Isiata. Again, depth. At guard position, that's where the Lisfranc injuries have struck the hardest. John Greco and Joel Bitonio both went down with those injuries. Bitonio has now missed, 18 games in the past 2 years? Oh, man. But yeah, we need a guy like Isiata to back up Jonathan Cooper and Spencer Drango. Definitely. That'd be a great pickup for depth. I'm going to keep saying depth. And then a third pick in the 5th round, we get Josh Augusta out of Missouri, defensive lineman. Again, depth. Probably not even going to make the team. Practice squad, most likely. But again, I don't really expect anyone from like the 5th or 6th, 7th rounds to make the team. You have to play your heart out to make the squad. Because after these guys, these are not including compensatory picks. Right? I don't know. I think they are, actually. I don't know. I'm not sure about these picks, but I don't know. Forget it. But yeah, last selection of the draft, I have the Browns selecting Dontre Wilson out of Ohio State. And he could very well be a kick returner. The dude's very electric at doing that. He's good at that. He could also be a receiver, slot receiver. But our receiving room is filled right now. He'd be a great kick returner, punt returner, or whatever, So yeah, that's the first Browns mock draft of the season. Of course, it had to happen on the 1-year anniversary of the Browns winning the last game. Sad. But hopefully we can get at least one win to where I don't have to say, oh yeah, this team went 0-16. But stay tuned on that, because if we go 0-16, my final video is going to be fun. Oh, God. But yeah, that's my first Browns mock draft. Hope you enjoyed it. There will be many others, so these picks will surely change. I'm Crazy Dog 99. My Bills preview video will be coming out soon, as of course will my picks for this week. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I'm Crazy Dog 99. Go Browns, and I'm out.